guys, I'm Amy,
I'm Melissa.
and we just wanted to give you an update today on how all of our communities are doing in the middle of the pandemic. And we wanted to put a positive spin on it this week and let you know all the good news that's happening in all of the communities.
Okay, so the first one that I want to share is how, with the restrictions in Kenya, how we're able to still communicate out to our community members. And so Mika, for example, he is our economic development program head. He took a survey and got challenges from the marketplace and basically created an at-home studio. And in there, he recorded himself doing video replies of these challenges that then were sent to the people out in our communities. And even once they received those, he was able to jump on a WhatsApp call to answer live kind of Q&A sessions. And so we're seeing a lot of fruit from that and just the use of technology during this time. Another really cool thing that we're seeing in our communities is just the communities themselves. So we have done a food distribution which supported the most vulnerable, and during that time period, community members, they wanted to partake as well. And so they donated items, even funds to that. And then as a staff, we gathered that together and it was decided who is the most vulnerable of the communities and how do we steward these funds best. And so the communities from all of the Fortune Bridge communities were able to fund in one specific area in Segura that's considered the most vulnerable during this time. And that was without Fortune Bridge, that was without anyone intervening. That's something the community just did themselves, which is something we love to see.
One of the exciting things that's going on in Haiti, and this is probably one of the things our staff is most excited about, is our homeschool education program that we're implementing. Kids have not been engaged in any kind of education activities since the schools closed in March. We came up with a program where we would use 2 notebooks for each child in the class, and the teachers will write the lessons in a notebook, send it home. The kid works on it. They bring that notebook back and they switch out with another notebook so they can start their next lesson. And one of the things that's so exciting about that is, number one, it keeps the kids engaged in their education studies and keeps them from getting into trouble in other ways. It keeps the parents engaged because the parents are the ones that are responsible for switching of the notebooks. It also is helping to keep our head teachers and our teachers employed during this time, which is a huge success for them. And it's also just a big morale boost for the entire community to kind of come together. And safety protocols have been in place, keeping people safe during the switching of the notebooks. And so we're really excited about this. And the other thing is that it's all students in our network schools. Like I said, not just the sponsored students. So the entire student body is being included in this program. And the staff is just super excited that we're in a position that we can fund that type of a program during this time.
So another cool thing that we're seeing in Kenya, and this is all over, but here's just a specific example, is a lot of our programs cannot run like normal, but we still have people in the community who know the programs really well. And so just this morning, I got a WhatsApp message saying that one of our Discovery Kids facilitators, even though school's out, so the class itself is out, she just gathered her kids anyways. And so she gathered 15 youth girls to talk about the Bible, talk to them about what's mattering in life right now, talking about girl talk, different things that they're at risk for. And this is just a volunteer in the community who just wanted to continue the discipleship that we do. And so with or without us being able to run our programs like normal, we still see people in the community stepping up and leading in their own unique ways.
One of our most exciting wins that we had in Guatemala happened just this week. We have put out a special needs request to some partners and some sponsors to see if they wanted to help us fund rebuilding a home for a very, very vulnerable family in El Pajal. If you've been to El Pajal, you've probably met Felix. He's a little boy there. He's in our sponsor program. His family lost their home about a month ago in a big storm that blew through, completely destroyed it. And in the midst of all that, they lost the father of that household also. So that's an extremely vulnerable situation that was identified really quickly. The community actually on their own is providing food to help that family through this rough time. And then we put out a request to fundraise to replace the home that was lost. Thank you to all the people that donated, the churches, the sponsors. We were able to fully fund that need probably within like 24 to 48 hours. The money is on its way and we're going to rebuild that home for that family. And it's just such a blessing to them and also just a blessing to the community to see the support that they're getting from our partners over here in the U.S. So overall, there's a lot of stuff happening in our communities that me and Melissa may or may not even ever hear about that's truly community driven. And that's what really excites us the most, is that our model is truly at work. The communities are taking care of themselves. They're taking care of the most vulnerable. And yes, they do need a little bit of help from us from time to time, but they're really initiating these programs. And that's just super exciting, especially during this time of crisis and pandemic. And we just thank you for supporting us in our work. And a big thank you from all of our communities in all of our countries.